It was unnaturally quiet. Even the birds were silent. "Hello?" Patricia said. The young woman didn't move. She was lying face down, wearing a blue sweatshirt, gray sweats, and socks, the soles of which were covered in fresh grass stains. Her wavy chestnut hair fanned out across the pavement. Patricia took a cautious step closer. "Excuse me?" There was still no movement from the young woman. "Ma'am, are you okay?" Patricia closed the few remaining feet between them and crouched. The discovery had been so sudden her senses hadn't caught up, but now her pulse began to spike and her breathing quickened. "Are you all right?" She nudged the young woman's shoulder, which brought no reaction. Maybe she passed out, Patricia thought. "Hey," she softly said, "you need to wake up. We need to get you out of the road." As gently as she could, Patricia rolled the young woman onto her back, and then gasped and recoiled. The young woman was in her teens. Deep bruises encircled her neck, but the most unsettling feature was the eyes, which stared lifelessly upwards. That's when Patricia Crawford began screaming. Chapter 2. Detective Meredith Somerset sat at her desk, filling out paperwork and signing off on requests for lab work. She glanced up at the clock on the wall for the 4th or 5th time, confirming that it was well past 8. She picked up the old red sponge ball from her desk and rolled it between her hands for a few moments before turning to the open office door behind her, through which she could see Sergeant Wheaton sitting at his desk, peering at the computer screen over the rims of his glasses and pecking away on the keyboard. "You want me to call him?" she asked. "See where he's at?" "I do not," he calmly replied. "He gets here when he gets here. Then he can tell me what was more important than being on time his first day." "That's a little harsh." "Yes," Sergeant Wheaton replied, pushing his glasses back up the bridge of his nose and continuing to type. Meredith didn't envy her new partner, Tyler Foles, but Sergeant Wheaton was right. It was a bad look to be late on your first day. And why hadn't he called? It happened. Morning traffic in Atlanta was obscene, but there hadn't been any word from him. Tyler Foles was late, hadn't checked in, and wasn't doing himself any favors. The phone on Meredith's desk rang. She quickly grabbed it. "This is Somerset." "Hey, Meredith, it's Jackson." "Hey, Jackson, what's up?" "Got one for you. Female, mid to late teens, no ID. Found in the middle of the street in a nice neighborhood." Meredith grabbed a pen from the coffee mug on the corner of the desk and pulled a notepad in front of her. "Go ahead." "She was found this morning by a jogger. The street is Willow Lane. Nearest address is 147. It's in a subdivision called Meadowgate." "You said no ID?" she asked, jotting down the information. "Nothing." "Any idea when it happened?" "No, but Lewis is on his way there. Eddie, too, to take some photos." Lewis Moore was one of the crime scene techs. Eddie Sheldon was a photographer. Meredith knew them both. "Great. Anything else you can tell me?" she asked. "That's all I got." "Okay. Thanks, Jackson." "My pleasure, Detective. Until next time." Meredith hung up the phone and ripped the paper containing her scribbled notes from the pad. Her chair squeaked and groaned as she stood and walked to Sergeant Wheaton's door. "What have you got?" he asked, not looking away from the screen. "Young girl, no ID. Found on a street in a nice neighborhood." He stopped typing. "Please tell me it's not a sex thing." "Won't know until I get out there, but I don't think so. Jackson would have said something." Sergeant Wheaton went back to typing on the keyboard. "Okay, see ya." "You want to text Foles? Tell him to meet me there?" "Nope. I want to welcome..."